it's here. Was not expecting to get this cosplay in as soon as I did, but it's here. I have it. And actually, I just had to throw on a cost test really quick. Even if I have no specific event to wear this to, I just want to exist in it. I really just want to exist in it. This is the Scarlet Witch final outfit from WandaVision, sold through ProCosplay.com. There's two versions of this cosplay. There is a knit version that was released first during the first, I guess, appearances of this outfit. And then later on, a different version was released with a little bit more detail, which is this one. I feel like there are pros and cons to the knit version and this version of the costume, and I'm kind of just going to go over my thoughts, my honest opinions, and a general review of this costume, how I feel about the quality of it, and more importantly, how it sits on a plus size body. So this is the faux leather version of like the final suit from WandaVision through ProCosplay.com. I am pretty much in love with it. Let's just go ahead and start with the details of the top piece, and I will break it down into each individual piece. So the first thing with it is the headpiece. This is obviously like a flimsy kind of foam faux leather. The detail with it is pretty spot on, very simple, and it's something that I can easily work with. Like if I wanted to go in and further detail pieces of the crown, I can't. This is extremely comfortable. I am very surprised at how comfortable it is, even with the straps being underneath the wig in certain areas and stuff. This is incredibly comfortable. I don't feel sweaty or like stuck to it. I'm sure it will leave like a pretty nice mark on here, but it's not uncomfortable. So breaking it down a little further, here is the top part of the costume. It is sleeveless, obviously, so anything with sleeves tends to freak me out because I have pretty large arms, but the comfort of the armholes here doesn't feel tight. It doesn't feel like it's squeezing into me. It doesn't feel like I'm uncomfortably like rubbing my skin against the opening of the armhole. It just sits naturally like a shirt. We then have this kind of foam detailing here. It is like a foam pleather. Also, in the future, if I feel like going over it with the detailing, I can work with this material. We have the hexagon honeycomb kind of pattern layered here. It is a regular spandex lycra material. You can see my thumb. It is a little bit see-through, so proceed with caution with that. So it's just printed design onto here with that same kind of foam pleather material that you see here. Same thing for this piece. Knowing me, I am very sensitive with things on my neck, like necklaces and stuff. I was worried about the irritation and discomfort of this collar piece right here, but I don't feel uncomfortable at all, really. Like it sits on me perfectly. So then from here, the suit goes into three separate pieces, which is this waist part right here. This entire part is a top piece, shirt, dress combo, and then obviously the pants. The shirt piece continues the entire way, closed in the back with a zipper. The waist part is detachable into two separate pieces, this back panel and then the part that wraps around you. It is attached with Velcro. In my opinion, the Velcro is pretty sturdy, keeps it not so janky, thrown together looking. So then this piece just goes on easily and sits below the belt buckle right here. And then we have this waist attached. Pardon my dirty mirror, but I will show you the pants real quick. They are rolled up twice at the bottom because, again, I am very short. It's a very see-through. I am wearing shapewear underneath to kind of combat that. However, if you can get pants in a pretty decent size, I do enjoy the quality of them. I do enjoy the patterning on them, and they have the same kind of like faux leather material on here. So these are not bad pants. They just don't fit me to the proportions of my body, and that's okay. I'm gonna kind of work around it, probably make new pants, honestly. I would say one of the biggest issues that I have with this cosplay, which is not something I would really complain about, and I'll explain why, is the arm pieces. They are very long and loose up here, but very tight here. I have very short arms and very small hands. So the glove being very loose and having all this excess part right here, but then getting tighter here because of how big my arms are up top, is not something that I'm upset about. It is something I can fairly easily do adjustments on my own. I'm really not worried about them. The gloves, obviously fingerless, comfortable, movable. I don't feel, again, irritation. I have very sensitive skin, and so far this cosplay has not irritated. I wanted to give you the full look of my cosplay, minus the boots, minus the cape. I didn't purchase the cape due to my height. I didn't want to get something that was very long and not work with, especially when I already have the Her Universe cape over there. I am very, very, very pleased with this cosplay. All right, some final thoughts and some extra insight if you are thinking about purchasing this costume. Some of my measurements, if you guys want to kind of put it into a perspective, I am 5'3". I am a plus size, so I do have fairly large arms. I do have large hips, large thighs. I am measurement-wise 44 around the bust, 36 around the waist, 48 around the hips. I would say I'm about a size 2XL in women's clothing, a size large to XL in unisex clothing. For pants, I would say I am definitely a size 2XL or a size 16 to 18. I am a C cup, I think 38C, so that's the measurement of the bust. This cosplay for short plus-sized women is incredible. I rarely say that about pre-bought costumes, especially off of cosplay websites that are not always the most reliable. I am very satisfied with this. I think that any alterations I need to make are not something I fault the costume for being, especially because it's a generic size, and those alterations I am perfectly fine with making. So thank you guys for tuning in to my just nonsense rant about my opinion of this cosplay. More photos, videos, etc. you can find on my social medias. So Facebook is Cherry Cos. Instagram, which is what I mainly use, is at CherryLMAO. Twitter, you can find me at CherryLMA0. And TikTok, you can also find me at CherryLMA0. You will definitely see more of this cosplay in the future, hopefully when the world opens back up and I can do events again, especially now that I am vaccinated. And yeah, I don't need you to tell me who I am, because I'm happy about this cosplay. Bye.